What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we're going to be going over Jim Harbaugh taking the Chargers job, plus who is going to be Michigan's next head coach, as it is basically a lock at this point. Also going to be going over the major priorities that Michigan must focus on right now, and also potential coaching staff replacements, plus what some Michigan players, recruits, and commits are all saying with the breaking news of Jim Harbaugh going back to the NFL. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. The Jim Harbaugh era here at Michigan has come to an end, as Harbaugh has accepted the head coaching job at the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, this came after Harbaugh had a second interview with the Chargers. Harbaugh yesterday also then canceled his second interview with the Falcons, and while no deal was finalized on Tuesday, Michigan, their 11th hour push seemed to be too late to keep Jim Harbaugh, as Michigan basically offered Jim Harbaugh an offer of everything he wanted. The contract that was offered yesterday would have included a clause in which Harbaugh wouldn't be fired for cause based on the findings or punishment from the NCAA. He also would have been the highest paid coach in college football no matter what. Even if another coach in college football got a bigger contract, that would mean Michigan would have raised the salary for Harbaugh. And after all that came out, later on Wednesday night and in the evening, came out that Jim Harbaugh was leaving Michigan to accept the head coaching job with the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, even though Michigan waited, it appears to the very last minute, I still don't think there was really anything that was going to stop Harbaugh from going to the NFL. At the end of the day, he was going to do what he wanted to do, and if he really wanted to stay at Michigan, he would have stayed at Michigan. But obviously, we're thankful for everything Harbaugh has done. He resurrected the Michigan football program, brought them back, and ended it on the highest of the note with a 15-0 perfect season in a national championship back in Ann Arbor. And as Dr. Seuss would say, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Harbaugh did leave a statement for Michigan. He said, "My love for Michigan, playing there and coming back to coach there, leaves a lasting impact. I'll always be a loyal Wolverine." He said, "I'm remarkably fortunate to have been afforded the privilege of coaching at places where life's journey has created strong personal connections for me." He said each of the coaching jobs, each of those opportunities carried significance, each felt personal, and then he just went on to talk about the Chargers in the future there. But now Michigan, they turn the page, and now Harbaugh, he is passing the torch to Sharon Moore, as Michigan offensive coordinator Sharon Moore is expected to be named the Wolverines' next head coach. Now, due to state laws, the job must be posted for a minimum of 7 days, so they can't really announce it officially that Sharon Moore will be the head coach until 7 days are passed, unless they of course appeal that. But now, according to Sam Webb of the Michigan Insider, Sharon Moore was on the road recruiting and was set to do so through the end of the week, but he was summoned back to Ann Arbor immediately and is now heading back to Ann Arbor. Now, I don't even know if Michigan will even have any interviews, because I think they're just going to hand the job to Sharon Moore, and there's a lot of reasons why that is going to happen. Obviously, best of luck to Jim Harbaugh. He has had that NFL itch and he wants to go win a Super Bowl. At the end of the day, that was, I think, the deciding factor, and it was ultimately going to come down to what he wanted to do, and just that NFL itch, that itch to want to go win a Super Bowl took over. But Jim Harbaugh, he has groomed a successor in Sharon Moore, and quite frankly, I think this is the best time for Harbaugh to go back to the NFL and not leave the Michigan program left to die, basically, because I think Jim Harbaugh, he knew he had Sharon Moore, and now it's just keeping the culture going, keeping the success rolling here, and keeping the dynasty that Jim Harbaugh left, keeping that going. And right now, obviously the transfer portal is open for 30 days for the Michigan players, and if Michigan doesn't hire Sharon Moore, I'm sure there will be some players entering the portal, but the hiring of Sharon Moore, that will prevent players from entering the portal especially even recruits. I mean, the players, the recruits, they love Sharon Moore, and even, you know, people like Joel Klatt coming out and saying that if I was Michigan, Sharon Moore would be announced as the new head coach within the hour. No reason to delay. Stability is vital. Now, obviously, Michigan, you know, if they could have done that yesterday, I'm sure they might have done it. But because of this 7-day posting per state law, that is stopping them from doing so. But, you know, it doesn't mean that they can't tell players and recruits who their next head coach will be, and I'm sure they have already told them. Now, per Sam Weber, the Michigan insider, the potential coaching staff for Sharon Moore was started to be laid around the same time Harbaugh began talks with NFL teams. Now, also, athletic director Ward Manuel is slated to have 2 meetings today. One with a Zoom call with all coaches and a 1 p.m. in-person meeting with coaches and players that were all supposed to happen today. But let me know your guys' thoughts right now on this whole situation. But it seems like there's going to be a new era here in Ann Arbor. Well, there will be for sure, but Sharon Moore seems like it is his time to shine now. Now, a couple things Michigan must do right away, and the main priorities right now. First of all, you know, you got to offer Jesse Minter. You know, I know Jim Harbaugh, he probably wants him to come with him to the Chargers, and he will most likely, you know, get an NFL job, if not with the Chargers, somewhere else. But you at least got to try to keep him. Michigan, they also have to secure the strength coach Ben Herbert, which many people believe that Herbert will stay in Ann Arbor. You know, Jim Harbaugh, he came out and said that he is the X factor for Michigan's success. So keeping Ben Herbert is vital for Michigan in, you know, the future going forward. Michigan's also going to have to step up their NIL efforts to help out Sharon Moore. You know, they've been making progress, but it is nowhere near what the other college teams are doing right now. And now with Harbaugh gone, Sharon Moore, you know, he could definitely use the NIL support. I have talked about, you know, the in-house coaching staff and potential promoting within the house. As far as offensive coordinator goes, obviously Sharon Moore, you know, as a head coach, he could still be obviously in the play calling, but Michigan running backs coach Mike Hart, I've already talked about him in the past video, and I ultimately think Michigan will promote within the house for the offensive coordinator position. As far as defensive coordinator goes, Steve Klingscale, he is the co-defensive coordinator right now, but Michigan could also get somebody from the Baltimore Ravens tree, as you know, obviously John Harbaugh helped out Jim Harbaugh, giving him Jesse Minter and Mike McDonald, and I'm sure Jim and John will both help Sharon Moore out, finding him a good defensive coordinator. But it's got to be somebody that runs the same defense and knows the inside and outs of this defense. So those are, you know, the major priorities right now. Now, I did want to talk about what some former players and recruits and commits are saying now, as it seems that, you know, they aren't too worried about the Michigan football program right now. First guy that came out right away was Michigan offensive lineman Zach Zinner. After hearing the news of Harbaugh going back to the NFL, he said no interviews needed. It's Papa Moore's time. A couple of commits include 2025 quarterback Carter Smith. He said it sucks to lose Coach Harbaugh, but I'm in good hands. I'm not worried at all, and I would love to see Coach Sharon Moore get the job. And some 2024 signees, the running back Jordan Marshall said it's amazing for Harbaugh. As long as he is happy, that's what's most important. I mean, it sucks because I want to be coached by him, but like he said, it's all about the team. That's what I'm worried about. Wide receiver signee Marion Stewart said, hate to see him go. However, he's built a solid foundation and definitely dropped plenty of gems. So we will continue to complete the job. And even, you know, 2025 targets like defensive back Messiah Delham. He said Coach Moore did an amazing job as interim coach this season. I don't think Coach Harbaugh would have made that decision unless he was confident in Michigan being able to maintain their excellence on the field. And recruits also said that, you know, it's Coach Moore's turn now and that he will be a good fit. So Jim Harbaugh officially going to the Chargers, back to the NFL to go win a Super Bowl. But now it is time for a new era. Mainly it is time for Sharon Moore to take over as head coach. But with that, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.